carbon emissions, climate change, the search for new resources. Awareness of environmental issues is at an all-time high as more people realize that every aspect of day-to-day life impacts the world around us. In fact, a recent survey shows that 83% of Americans feel a strong sense of personal responsibility for bettering the environment, naming pollution and waste disposal as their top concerns.
Increasingly, we're seeing a market-driven desire to more environmental responsibility from industry. There's typically not a day goes by that you don't read online or read in the newspaper increasing awareness and legislative efforts aimed at environmental compliance and being kind to the earth.
Today, manufacturers are meeting the needs of conscientious consumers by producing durable, long-lasting goods while using more environmentally friendly manufacturing techniques. For example, in the metal forming industry, a unique manufacturing process known as powder metallurgy is garnering praise for its green practices.
We like to think that the powdered metal industry was ahead of the curve on this one, in that the system is all recyclable, the metals are recyclable. There is zero water discharge into our streams. The companies are being lean and green inside the manufacturing facility.
The majority of the raw materials used to make powder comes from the scrap of other metalworking processes. Let's take like stamping, for example. When you stamp a part, there's typically, and there is, scrap associated with that process. We buy that scrap from other processes and melt it down, typically about 45,000 pounds at a time, and atomize it. The process itself has always been pretty green because when you take the powder, press it to net shape, there's virtually zero waste once the scrap is made into powder form.
Powder metal manufacturing is not a new process, but with the increase in environmental awareness, the popularity of powder manufactured metal parts is growing.
The powder metal as we know it today started in the late 20s. These parts are used for many applications. Anything that moves probably has a powder metal part in it.
Need metal parts for manufacturing? Choose St. Mary's Pressed Metals. For more than 30 years, St. Mary's Pressed Metals has delivered durable, high-quality powder manufactured metal parts that will save you money.
They are very durable parts. They are very strong parts because once the powder is made into the part, you heat the part up to around 2100 degrees Fahrenheit, and all those little particles are then welded together and melt together to form one large iron or stainless or copper part.
The cost is lower than the cost would be out of wrought material.
Powder manufactured metals are also better for the environment. That's why St. Mary's Pressed Metals, located in Elk County, Pennsylvania, is a two-time winner of the Governor's Award for Environmental Excellence.
We're able to recirculate all the cooling water, and that's non-contact cooling water, for our furnaces. And that's all recirculated and reused. Therefore, we have a zero discharge of industrial wastewater. Also at St. Mary's Pressed Metals, we use organic lubricants when we're doing the sintering of our parts. And with organic lubricants, you don't have particulate and hazardous emissions. We can show that you don't have to make a large impact on the environment to manufacture steel, bronze, aluminum, or any type of metal part that powder metal can facilitate.
I've seen St. Mary's Pressed Metals take this environmental responsibility one step further. They're looking at a waste product, iron residual from acid mine drainage, and they're researching ways to use that as an additive to the metal powder process. In thinking outside of the box and doing things in new ways that could help them not only be greener, but help them as a business save money and do the right thing for their employees and the environment.
The powdered metal industry also plays a major role in sustaining the local economy.
We work with our employers then to make sure that they're productive, they're competitive, and they are able to provide the family-sustaining jobs to our communities. So when you look at the powdered metal industry and the job opportunities that they have, from entry-level workers all the way up to the top of the career ladder, there are a lot of opportunities.
St. Mary's Pressed Metals also provides top-of-the-line customer service.
Last year, St. Mary's Pressed Metals made over 14 million parts. We had the zero defect rate. There were no parts that went to the customer that were not within their specifications, and we're pretty proud of that.
For unparalleled commitment to innovation, quality, and environmental awareness, choose St. Mary's Pressed Metals. To learn more, visit smpm.com or call the number on your screen.